Can't stop, won't stop. The Cubs, they keep on rolling, and tonight they beat the Pittsburgh Pirates 11-0, and that is with Paul Skeens starting this game. And so we're going to talk about it all coming up on Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Yuengling Flight, the next generation of light beer, and can't stop, won't stop. There is no stopping this man, Pete Crow-Armstrong. So one night after he hits a bombski and a double, well, basically he does it again and then some with 4 knocks on the night. But you needed all the runs you could get in this one, and the Cubs certainly did that, added on, and kept going until it stopped. And that is your final 11-0. So Elise, Menaker, Jason Kipnis here with you. And Jason, I mean, we're going to start with that guy because he's the top of the lineup and he's the one starting it all.
No place to start is any.
And what do you think of what he's been doing and how consistent this continues to be?
What he's been doing is being the best player in baseball right now.
True.
At least according to almost every stat, including WAR. This guy is the X factor for this team right now. As he goes, the rest of this lineup goes, but even if that lineup doesn't go, he's probably still going to.
Yeah, he's trying to start it, even if he's not getting a hit, if he's just finding a way to get on base, which is the theme for him this year, then
I wonder
he can do something there.
When he talks after this game, if he's going to talk anything about maybe wanting that triple. He's triple shy of the cycle.
One of Iowa's in front of him.
He had a cycle right there.
So we're looking at our GMC professional grade plays presented by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana GMC dealers. And this one, he watches go, and he hits it in the gap. I mean, so Dansby Swanson scores just another rip. These swings, good contact, good pitches to hit.
He's hitting them all over the ballpark.
Yeah.
That's what when he's going hot, look at that. Slider low and in, he just drops the hands in as a lefty. That's the best thing to do to that pitch. But you look at it, he's just so locked in, he's hitting it where it's pitched. And that's when you know you're just up and down with your leg. I think I heard before he's just trying to time his leg with the pitcher's leg. And we're just putting it up and down and just reacting to where the ball is and hitting it where it's pitched. Ooh, are you locked in?
That's a big thing for him, has been getting the timing. Obviously, the pitch selection, when you're picking a good pitch to hit, you have good timing, you get these type of results. But the growth that we have seen from him so quickly, I'm not sure really anyone saw that coming in and just how quickly he has adjusted.
It's one thing to be locked in and to get your hits here and there, but then when you're capitalizing that way with such power on the pitches, on the mistakes that the pitchers make, you're taking yourself to another level, and he's definitely going to another level this year.
And so we can look at a pitch by pitch just to give an example of exactly what we're talking about. So when we have the double and it's in the 5th, you see on the graphic there was the 2.
Just watch where these pitches are. Yeah, look at that, taking that. So
not even a question.
His chase rate is down this year. He's swinging at less balls, hitting more strikes while they're in the zone, doing more damage. This is a great. Oh, this is already in the 5th. I was gonna say I loved all of his bats tonight, but
I think when you see so that was.
Look at where that ball was.
Yeah, and he had a pitch outside earlier in the bat, swung through it. The ones he is swinging at, the ones they're in the zone. And then he's spitting on the ones that aren't there.
So I'm going to tell myself from 2 minutes ago just to shut up because hitting it where it's pitched, that was a changeup off the plate, low and away, and he just hit it one short hop the wall in right center field. That is being locked in. That is staying through the zone. That is for a long time, giving yourself that margin for error, but just that's being confident in what you're doing and knowing that there's no place for a pitcher to pitch him right now. Ooh, is that a good place to feel? Look at these stats right here.
It's interesting because that's not even the first time we've seen him do that, where he can pull a pitch that's on the outer half. But like you're saying, we've seen him be a bad ball hitter. That's the improvements he's made this year. But I think that's kind of the athleticism we see in him, where like you're saying, where do you throw him?
You can go down and get that pitch, and that tells me that, yes, you're taking your singles, yes, you're hitting where it's pitched, but when you're doing that much to a pitch that's low and away and off the plate, you're swinging with some conviction. You're swinging with a purpose during your at-bats.
Yeah, there's confidence. I mean, he's always been a confident player, but when you see yourself at the top and doing it over and over again, it just reinforces everything
doing damage.
Doing.
You're swinging with a purpose, and I love that. That's a dangerous place to be as a hitter.
Absolutely. And to see, the team feeds off of that. And so the guy starting it at the top. Then you get some hits, and then you get really fast. So it's our lottery fast play of the game presented by the Fast Play. Download the Illinois Lottery app to play today. And this is a great moment.
Do it, Rook.
Triantos MLB debut.
Congratulations.
Little knock. Very Triantos hit.
Wasting no time. First pitch.
And so you love to see it because he's getting a chance in a ball game where, you can get someone some time.
I think that's the perfect time as a debut right there. I think you're late in the game. Everyone's in a good mood. You're on the road. You don't have the pressure of trying to impress the home fans. You can just relax, kind of go there, and then he gets to show up his wheels because
Yes.
they're up big in that
Fast play
game. He
after
probably wanted to steal a base.
Yeah.
He had so
So
much
he's like, all right, I'll
adrenaline.
do it here.
And now he gets a ball in the gap and gets to score from first. So I think he's happy. That's perfect. He's able to relax now. I think he's able to check those boxes already, and he can just go out and play whenever he does get a start.
And so get this. Cubs with a hit in their first career plate appearance as a pinch hitter since 1982, James Triantos.
Is that a pitcher on the? Riley Martin was on there.
Yeah.
Too. That's awesome.
So he's the latest now because you had Christopher Morel on this list, Trent Jambroni, Wilson Contreras. So congratulations to James Triantos. His first career hit, so cool for him and the Cubs, so cool to watch.
Congratulations.
When you get your first big league hit, that means you get an interview with Taylor McGregor.
Thank you. Your major league debut. When did you learn you were going in the game?
I found out about 2 or 3 minutes beforehand. They were like, you're going to lead off this inning. So got myself on and got ready to go.
Yeah, so what goes through your mind in that moment?
I'm excited, like a bunch of different emotions for sure, but I'm excited, I'm ready, I'm prepared. Just kind of catch my breath and then refocus.
And then when you stepped into the batter's box, what were you thinking?
I was looking for the pitch I wanted. I was just focused on that, literally just hunting a fastball in a spot.
You probably have dreamt of your major league debut your whole life, getting a knock your first time up. What will you do with that baseball?
I'll definitely frame it and put it somewhere special. It's really exciting.
To be able to watch Pete Crow-Armstrong, I'm sure you've seen from afar, but what stands out now as a teammate in the dugout with what he's doing?
He rakes. He's unbelievable. You know, it's just fun to watch. You know, I can learn from him every single day.
Well, congratulations. Thank you. Elise?
Taylor, thank you. You know, it was so fun. We were watching them on Road to Wrigley come up, and then to now see two guys like that on the big league roster and getting playing time. And, you know, like Taylor was saying, you dream of this your whole life, and you could just see the reaction on Triantos' face. For you, like, take us through what these moments are like and how these days go.
I mean, you saw how big his smile was. That was ear to ear. You're not going to wipe that off of his face for a few days now. And that ball, frame it, either it goes up on yours or you give that to mom and dad right there or something like that. But that's a memory, and nobody can ever take that away. You are official now. That is awesome. And it's different. So you saw him. Like, I love his answer right there. I got up there. I was looking for my pitch. I was hunting fastball. I probably should have done that more during my debut. I think I faced Gavin Floyd, who was throwing these cutters, and nobody in the minor leagues were throwing cutters when I was coming there, so I've seen him pitch for the first time, basically. With a broken bat dribbler right back to Gavin Floyd, he's like, "That's all you got, Rook?" And I was just excited to run to first base. These guys are like, "Give me my pitch. I want to hit right away." So this is a new brand of baseball that I love, and I love seeing him kind of just come out with that focus, that mentality. It's just like, okay, it's my time. Again, I think perfect situation to get him in the game there. Team's up big. Everyone's feeling good. Go get him. There's no pressure in the at-bat. It's not like a late hit that is needed to put the game up or out of reach for them. So it's just, hats off. Well done. That's awesome. You are officially checked in to the Major League Baseball stats.
Is there something, too, as well, when you see, essentially, you've been watching these guys, like the Dansby Swansons, the Nico Horners. He knows Pete Crow-Armstrong is almost like a friend, but you know what I'm saying? When you watch these guys, maybe put a little bit on a pedestal. A lot of a pedestal.
A lot of a pedestal in a sense,
Okay.
but in a good way. I think it's like I came up and it's like you want to play until like your idols become your peers, is what they say, or something like that. So I was going up against guys and I was just like, I'm digging in, and I was like, I have your baseball card, like stuff like that. And you get a hit off them, and you're like,
Will you sign that later?
Yes, sucks to suck. I'm gonna tear up your card. I don't need it anymore. You're not that good. I thought you were better. And then it's like, no, but you like go in there. It's just like, that's the coolest part of your first couple years in the big leagues. It's like you're playing against these guys who you have idolized. You've played as them as video games. You have their cards. You watch SportsCenter all night. And you see their highlights. You don't see any of yours in the minor leagues. But it's just like these guys, and it's like as you get hits, as you get more accustomed to the speed of the game, as you kind of announce yourself in this game a little bit more and become more established, you're just like, oh, I belong here.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm hoping is the first of many hits for him, and that's what everyone goes through. Where it's just like once that game slows down, it's like it's so cool to become like one of them. Where you're just like, oh man, I have like, yeah, look at this dude. He's so
awesome.
Pumped up. It's such a good.
Look at
dugout
Nico
right
waiting
there.
for him.
Yeah, everyone just wants a hug and to congratulate him. I'm glad that they didn't do like a silent treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, go give him a hug. That guy is
Grinded.
shaking right now and all that stuff. So I think it's just such a cool time to like where you get up and you can start playing some of your heroes and these guys that you like put on that pedestal, and you realize you're like, oh, I'm up there with you now. And so good for him to get a hit at his first. I didn't get a hit till like my 8th or 9th, 10th.
First pitch, rock and roll.
I should have swung at the first pitch.
And maybe it's not a little ground ball. No. And this is what happens when you do that. This is awesome. A day he'll never forget. Look at that smile. He's worked so hard. He's steadily improved every single season, and so well-deserved, James Triantos. And also well-deserved for Pete Crow-Armstrong. Huge night for PCA, who recorded his 200th career RBI, 90th career stolen base. He's the first Cubs player to reach those milestones before turning 25 since RBIs became official in 1920. Slug plus speed might win him an MVP. Certainly his manager thinks he's the best player in baseball, position player, I believe it was said exactly so. Craig, what'd you think of Pete?
Yeah, it was a really good at bat. The third at bat. He made some good pitches on him in the previous at bat and got a strikeout, but Pete battled there, and it's tough getting to him, to Skeens, and we didn't get much going. We chipped away, put a little pressure on him in that previous inning, and then Pete obviously with the big hit and Seiya fouled with a big one.
You discussed a lot of the changes or adjustments Pete has made. Can you speak to just the mentality he has now, just not really giving away any pitches or any at-bats?
Yeah, I think it's related to just how he's seeing the ball, and I think he's got a lot of confidence right now, and I can be on go and say no, if does that make sense? Yeah. And I think, probably at points last year he's on go and didn't matter where the pitch was, right? And that's the difference. And I think that just makes you, the right kind of aggressive.
What do you think of Shota tonight?
Well, I thought Shota was good for sure. He's just really efficient. They were super aggressive again tonight. They were pretty aggressive last night as well. He took advantage of that, and I thought he made good pitches with his whole arsenal and used everything well.
All three at bats, particularly with Pete against Skeens, were just really compelling to watch from a kind of baseball perspective, the cat and mouse element. Are you able to kind of appreciate that in the game, watching those at bats play out how they did between?
Yeah, I thought the second at bat. Well, I thought Skeens did a good job of the second at bat. He stayed hard on him the whole at bat, and I think probably caught Pete looking for something soft on the 3-2 pitch. But yeah, it's two guys that are really good at what they do and going at each other. So those competitions are always fun to watch.